Alright, so I want to come out here and talk a little women's. Um, and so, look, watching Texas, watching South Carolina. I mean, we beat South Carolina 2-1 so far this season. The three times we've played. So, and we beat the most recent SC championship game. So it's like Texas is better than South Carolina. They've shown that, and we showed. I mean, SC championship game, we showed we're a lot better than South Carolina, like double digit better. Um, so I have no concern about that. We already beat UCLA. And the players are, and they came back and made it. I think that happened in South Carolina too. I think the first matchup, but yeah, Texas has to put people away. They've had a little issue with that. I feel like with some of these top teams, but when they get big leads, but yeah, put them away. Um, but yeah, I mean, we whooped South Carolina this year 2-1. Beat them in the SEC championship game. We're double digit better team. We're double digits better than them. That's already been shown on the court. And we blitzed them 14-0 right out the gate. We already beat UCLA. UCLA won't be able to handle us on our defense. We're gonna beat UCLA. This is gonna come down to if the only team that could actually stop Texas from winning a national championship in women's basketball is UConn. That is the only team. Because Texas has shown they're better than South Carolina and better than UCLA. So it really comes down to if UConn can beat South Carolina, and that's the only team we just don't know. Now I will say this: they looked a little susceptible versus Duke. I mean not Duke versus Notre Dame, and uh, I definitely closer game than probably a lot of people would have thought. Um, and South Carolina's going to show us a lot. Like it's going to show if they have to go, like we'll see South Carolina, and then we'll get to see where UConn are really at. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like I think Texas is the best team in the country, and the only team I think could beat Texas is you that has that we don't know for sure is UConn. Like that's the only team because we've seen Texas beat UCLA, we've seen them beat South Carolina twice now out of three in three matchups, and blitz them SEC championship game. It's just UConn, and I think Texas can beat UConn. I think Texas is the best team in the country. No one is playing like them. Not getting enough credit. I really believe Texas. I don't believe I know, and the facts show that we are becoming a powerhouse in women's basketball. And here's the scary thing too. I'm gonna say this now. You should be concerned. Think about it, bro. Like Roy Harmon, like great player, but we like the the influx of talent that we're gonna get when we get a point guard that can actually space the floor is gonna make us so much better offensively. And then when you like look at the guy, I mean everybody's obviously if you follow in basketball, you know the recruiting class we're bringing in. It's like 4 or 5 stars. Everybody's top 60, top 70, top 100 in America. I mean, and most of them, those guys we got are top 50 in America or top 30. So it's like we're actually loaded. Madison Booker, everybody knows she's coming back next year for her senior year. Like she's gonna be unstoppable. Literally, she already is, and she's gonna continue to be that. But you add Madison Booker, Jordan Lee, Justice Carlton, Aaliyah Crump splashed her a three. I mean, and she looked a little lost. I saw her like throwing like, "Oh, what's the play?" Was and because Vic he has his plays and that kind of stuff that he wants to run. So she looked a little lost, but if she, I think she's going through the same thing that Justice Carlton went through. It's like it's a little hard, especially when you're in a team that's this good, trying to that's able to win a national championship to actually get in as a freshman. I think sometimes people kind of overrate that. If Aaliyah Crump sticks it out like Justice Carlton did, you're talking about a girl. Aaliyah Crump's going to be an All-American. She's going to be one of the top players in the country. She has the ability. She can shoot it. She's big. She's tall. So she has All American written all over her. If she comes back and doesn't enter the portal, you get Aaliyah Crump, Carlton, Jordan Lee is becoming a star. I mean, it's time for people to start picking up on her. Madison Booker. Then you add the freshman class bringing in. If you cannot beat Texas this year, you're not beat. There's just no way you can convince me that you're going to beat this team next year. No way. And then think about it. Like I say, Roy Harmon, like what happens when Texas gets a point guard that can actually be like an elite offensive player, like from and Roy Harmon is an elite offensive player, but I'm talking about from the 3 point line and down. You know, Roy Harmon from behind the 3 point line and then below the 3 point line too. Roy Harmon is an elite offensive player below the 3 point line. Not so elite behind the 3 point line. When we start getting because we're getting a girl like that and Aaliyah Spade as a freshman. She's gonna come in and be that. But if you add that to this team, that's what I'm really excited about. 'Cause that's the one thing I really know for a fact that like I knew Texas would win the Natty last year because we just didn't have the jump shooting. But now I believe we have enough. I still don't think it's where you ideally like it to be as a team, but they're adding that with some of the new players they're bringing in, and I just don't see nobody. If you can't beat us this year, how are you going to beat us in 2020? What I mean next season in 27? Like I don't see how you can. This team, if we win this year, Texas is going to go back to back national championships. Vic Schaefer is um, the best. I mean, he looks like the one of the best, like the best coach in college basketball. The resources he has behind him at Texas are insane. The home crowd environment, um, like the fan base has shown up for women's basketball time and time again with and they're going to continue to do it. Uh, the NIL he has behind him, the resources, the environment, playing in the SEC, beating South Carolina, like Texas. When people talk about women's basketball, they need to talk about the same way they talk about South Carolina and UConn. They need to start talking about Texas because Vic Shaver is that. I mean, this dude was taking bro. This dude was taking Mississippi State to the national championship game. I mean, let's be for real, dude. Mississippi State. I mean, come on. I mean, I mean, like this dude's unreal. And I'm so excited. Like he's about to go cement himself as a first ballot. Like if it wasn't cemented already, he's gonna cement himself as one of the best coaches I think to ever come through women's college basketball. I really feel like he's about to go on a run with a couple natties here. Like I said, I think it's gonna be back to back. And he's gonna be, and I think, like I said, we need to be talked about with South Carolina and UConn. We don't get talked about in the same discussion. It needs to start happening. But this team is that dominant. My prediction is Texas is going to win this whole thing. And I'm not sure. I'm not so sure it's going to be close. I think we'll see. I know for sure we can blow. I know Texas for sure can blow out UCLA. So that's not like UCLA is not even in my rear view. I dare UCLA to beat us. I bet you it won't happen. I guarantee it won't happen. But like national championship is what I'm looking at. Like that's kind of where my focus is. I'm like, okay, who we playing there? Like I'm really more focused on the South Carolina UConn game because that'll kind of give me a good vibe going to the natty game. How it might go, but I think Texas is gonna win this whole thing, and I think they're gonna go back to back. And yeah, I mean, I think this is the program right now as far as basketball is Texas right now, and that's my prediction for who I think is gonna win the whole thing. We'll see. Everybody hates Texas, so I'm sure people are gonna pick UConn, South Carolina, but that's fine. We're just gonna beat them anyways, and it'll be what it is.